Copper prices have swung wildly in recent weeks, driven by shifting signals from US President Donald Trump. Prices started to soar in early July. This is after Trump pledged a 50% tariff on copper imports, eventually hitting a record high of nearly $13 a kilogram as traders rushed to stockpile. But then last week, markets were caught off guard when Trump clarified that the levy would apply only to semi-finished products such as pipes, cables, wires. Copper prices tumbled more than 20% on the news, the steepest drop in decades. Copper is essential in a wide range of industries, from cars and smartphones to power grids and computing. Top producers include Chile, Peru and the Democratic Republic of Congo, followed by China and the United States. Now, Aneeka Gupta is Director of Macroeconomic Research and Investment at investment company WisdomTree, joining us now. Aneeka, thanks so much for your time. Am I right that really what Trump has done is bring copper in line with aluminium and steel?
Well, yes, in a way, we have seen a complete reversal of that premium that COMEX copper had over price, the copper price traded on the LME exchange. We've seen that arbitrage opportunity almost evaporate over the last week since we saw that announcement being made. And it really is reflecting the change after this, initial assessment that the U.S. has made on the critical use of copper. So it does have widespread economic impacts because, we're looking at that new 50% duty applying to about 10 to 12% of the total U.S. copper use, but which accounts for one half of all semi-finished copper imports.
What is Trump's thinking behind targeting copper along with steel and aluminium? Is it all about making America great again?
Yes, it is very much about bringing production back home, especially for a number of the, sourcing of copper. And it's also trying to ensure that more companies locally are sourcing their supplies from domestic producers. So that is the long-term intent that Trump has behind this reassessment that he's made from the initial announcement on July 8th to now the change in announcement, at the end of the month in July. And that's what it really is trying to reflect.
Do you think that there's some wiggle room here? We've seen that the United Kingdom was able to negotiate a 10% tariff on steel while everyone else is facing a 50%. China still has until August the 12th to finalize its big trade deal, possibly longer. China's a big copper producer. Do you think that there might be some room for negotiation around copper?
I think there is definitely room for negotiation, and that's primarily because of China's leveraging power when it comes to rare earth elements. With China's dominance in the rare earths market, it is able to actually leverage its position as it holds nearly 90% of refining capability worldwide. And that does give it leverage in trying to negotiate with President Trump on, a better resolution on the tariff front.
Where do you see the price of copper going sort of medium to long term? I mean, it took a shock dip last week because everyone was expecting all copper, even raw copper, to be tariffed. But long term, copper is so crucially important for a lot of the new tech. Do you see that it will eventually recover and grow again?
Well, short term, I would say that arbitrage opportunity has now evaporated. Now that we're seeing COMEX copper come back down after we've seen a lot of stockpiling take place in COMEX inventories. So over the short term, we're likely to see that impact come down. The big, forward-looking demand feature that everyone's anticipating is further stimulus in China, helping to, push demand higher for copper and in lockstep raise copper prices. So looking ahead, I think investors are looking forward to the long-term copper story, which is telling us that copper's its unique physical properties alongside its criticality in not only decarbonization but also in its use in the technology and arms and ammunition will be quite important, and hence that long-term driver is definitely intact when it comes to copper's usage.
Well, thank you so much for your insights today, Aneeka. Aneeka Gupta is the Macroeconomic Research Director at investment company WisdomTree.